What's going on, yo? It's your boy, Cuban Mike. You listen to 102.9 Tape Deck. And tonight, I will not be playing music for y'all tonight. Tonight, we're going to do a whole bunch of talking, a whole bunch of chit-chat and all that. I have a guest tonight. She's coming straight out of Haverhill. She's a good friend of mine, and she just did the ultimate accomplishment for the city of Haverhill. She became the first Latina to have this position. Am I correct there, my friend?
You're correct.
Yeah, so I want to talk about the position that she has at this moment. Why she decided to do this, because dealing with kids is not easy. But she loves the kids, and she loves her community. And, you know, we're about to put it down at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Erica Diaz. How you doing, my friend?
How you doing, Cuba?
First and foremost, I'm doing great. And thank you for coming, because I know that ride from Haverhill is not easy, especially during traffic jam.
It was tough.
Yeah,
People don't know how to drive in the rain, I guess.
People know how to drive in Boston, period.
Yep, exactly that.
5+ years, and we're still like the worst drivers in the state. We've been consistent next to California and New York.
From the exit, took me like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It usually takes 5.
And you know, I hate driving in New York, but then I realized, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine who lived in New York, and he said something very interesting. He said that it's not that we're bad drivers, it's just really aggressive drivers, because you have to deal with 8 million plus people that drive.
Yeah.
And transportation and buses and people walking and just the whole, it's like a cluster jam out there.
It is. It's really, with me, it's a love and hate. I like driving in the city, but then I hate it.
Yeah. Speaking of New York, I believe that's where your humble beginning starts, right? New York?
Brooklyn, stand up.
Home of the spitters such as Big and Jay and Mos Def.
Oh, yeah.
Big Daddy Kane.
The greatest rappers came from Brooklyn.
I hear that. So tell us about yourself. Give us a quick intro about Miss Erica Diaz and what's she about.
So, moved here to Haverhill from Brooklyn, New York at the age of 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been here since then. I've always gone back home, you know, since I was 14. Always went back home, you know, to my friends and family out there. I still go back home. I was just there a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. But I lived in Haverhill, you know, since I was a kid. Went to school, and the rest was history. Yeah.
Fun fact, we both went to school together.
We did. We went to high school together.
Whittier, shout out to Whittier.
Wildcats.
And Wildcats to the fullest. Wilding out there.
Yes.
And it's funny too, because we went to school together, but like we barely like talk. It was like a quick hi and bye. We just knew the same circle. And then years later, now we're just like friends that we became besties.
Yep, exactly. You know how the universe works.
Look
Crazy.
at the universe. Look at that. Put it on in full circle.
Yep.
So like I said earlier on, first Latina that became a school committee in Haverhill in your district.
Ever. Thank you.
Boricua, stand up. And Mexico, stand up.
It's Mexi-Rican.
Mexi-Rican. That's a first for me.
Yeah, it's Mexi-Rican. Half Puerto Rican, half Mexican.
So are you more one than the other, or you just like, you know, you treat them like your kids, you love them both at the same time?
I love them both. You know what I say? The Puerto Ricans don't want me. The Mexicans don't want me. I'm a New Yorker.
It's like they feel abandoned, like Meg Griffin.
Yeah.
So I gotta break this down, because I think like you're the only like Mexican Puerto Rican that I've ever met in my life. So like, how are you able to distinguish like both sides of the party? And it's like a situation where you have to like pick and choose, because you know, like I always say, like the worst combination you can have, not the worst, but the most craziest combination you can have if you mix with Dominican and Puerto Rico, because you know those two be going at it like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
So what is like the dynamic between like the Puerto Rican culture and the Mexican culture?
Well, the Mexican culture is more, they're very, how can I say it? They're about their family, as Puerto Ricans are. Well, again, I can't really speak because that's from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from my experience, the Mexicans are more togetherness, loving. The Puerto Rican side is also like that, but to be honest, I don't know much of the Puerto Rican side because that's my dad's side. So he wasn't much in my life, you know. So I'm starting to get to know him now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still like you do listen to reggaeton and stuff like that, right?
Sometimes I'm not a fan of reggaeton like that. Just a little bit, maybe 5 minutes, and I'm like, all right, change it. Hip hop, R&B.
Don't want to hear those Casio beats.
No, dance hall.
So yeah, school committee. How that came about?
Wow. I've always wanted to help out in the community, and I was already doing that before. this came about. This came about because of a pediatrics doctor that I work with. He actually is the city doctor for the school committee. And he knew I wanted to be part of the community, try to get in. And he was like, hey, ever heard of school committee? And I was like, what is that? And then he introduced me to Andy Vargas, the state representative. Sat down with him and got to hear what a role of a school committee does and everything else. And I was just like, you know what? Let me try this. I've always helped out parents with information. My background is I majored in childcare. So I did work with kids since I was 16 years old from Whittier. That was one of the majors that I took. And then ever since then, I worked with, the childcare. And then years later, I ended up working with special needs. So I became a paraprofessional substitute teacher for 11 years. Yes. So I got to learn, throughout those years, I got to learn behavioral. I got to learn IEPs, understand them more. Because at the same time, I was also going through that with my own children. So it was like perfect. I got to understand the behavioral side, IEP, what everything means. And just throughout the years, just helping other parents understand and be better advocates for their children. And this is how it came about. So
that's dope. I never knew that about you. I learn something new about you every day out here. And I got the exclusive here in the tape deck. So I was gonna ask. I really want to piggyback, but I think I already got the answer. So prior to you getting involved to be a school committee, you were doing just the things you were just telling me as far as like helping out the being a substitute teacher and stuff of that nature. Just dibble and dabble and try to like help kids on whatever they need in situations.
Yeah.
All right. So that was just it was something that you had a passion for that you just volunteered to.
Yeah, I've always had a passion. And when people came to me and like, hey, what about this? Or just, hearing parents talk about the issues they're having in school, behaviorals with their children, and understanding the rights of an IEP and all that stuff. Yeah.
Wait, what's the IEP? I'm lost.
An IEP is an individual evaluation plan for some students are qualified on an IEP just to get extra services in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Bet. So Andy Vargas asked you if you wanted to volunteer in that stuff and be in the school committee. So what was what was the like procedure and the dues that you had to do to get into this stuff? Like you had to get a team, I would assume. You had to get people to like do a bunch of posters and
So that was either I can come up with a campaign team or I can just do it all on my own. Obviously, I couldn't do it all on my own. So I had my closest 5 friends who was willing to help me out and get there, just believing in me and just helping out. And that was my team is amazing. I still love them to this day. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now.
Shout out to the team.
Yes.
Shout out to the team. Well, being with a school committee, what is the assignment that you have to do to what does the school committee person do? Because I have no idea. What is their assignment and their dues of the day that they have to do being in the school committee?
So school committee, number one thing we worried about is the students. That's number one. That's our priority is the students. Everything comes into play. I would like to bridge the gap between the parents and the teachers. Communications between them too to help their students get better. So that's what I want to work on. But our main job is the students, the protection, make sure they get the education they need and any services they need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bad. And you have to go to different schools to see how the curriculum is looking like and see how the day-to-day procedure goes.
Yes, actually, this past week, I just went to go visit 3 of the schools that are in my ward, representing Ward 1 of Haverhill. So I did a walkthrough and to see how things are run, the classrooms, and so forth, the buildings and everything else.
Okay, bad. Well, we're going to go to a quick PSA right now. I got Erica Diaz in the building. This is Cuban Mikey. This is on 102.9 Tape Deck. And bear with me, y'all. We're going to just give you some positive PSA stuff. Bear with me, y'all.
If you are struggling to afford internet service for your household, there is a new government program that may be able to help. It's called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and it provides up to a $30 monthly discount to qualifying households. Find more information about the program, including if you qualify and how to enroll at fcc.gov/ACP or call toll-free at 877-384-2575. That's 877-384-2575.
People won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
It's time for today's STEM tip. Okay, you know recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. Put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the Ad Council.
And we are back. This is Cuban Mike. You listen to 102.9 Tape Deck, and I got the homie Erica Diaz in the building.
What up?
What up? Brooklyn! So, okay. I was there the day that, you won, and it was a very celebratory moment. I met your mom. Saw, shout out to Maria, all the cool kids from the past, the kids. Your reaction when you got the result that you were going to win, or that you won, and you landed the victory on being the school committee.
It was, I didn't, I was a write-in candidate. So that was tough.
Yeah.
I didn't get my results till the next day.
And what was your reaction?
I was excited.
Yeah.
I was excited, and I was like, all right, let's get this rolling. I'm ready.
And being the fact that you live in Haverhill, and Haverhill's an interesting city.
Okay.
Being that you are the first Latina to set the ground and set the move to have the representation, do you feel there's any pressure?
I do feel a little bit pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel a little bit pressure because of the Hispanics in Haverhill.
Yeah.
And I'm the first Latina ever in history of Haverhill. We also have the first female mayor in Haverhill ever. Yay. Melinda Barrett.
Hey. Women, they do things.
Yes. And then we have also a first Black city council, Catherine Cat Hobbs. Yay.
Catherine, Black women, they doing things.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then we also have another Black woman in the school committee, Yanni Collins.
Yay. More Black women, they rock, they do things. Hey.
So Haverhill, it's a big change for Haverhill. First time in history.
Yes.
With diversity and first female, major female, the female of Haverhill, Madame. We call her Madame.
Madame. So it's a lot of women energy out there.
Yes, it is.
So between Black and I hate saying, I'll say it right
I
now.
know. I hate to say that too,
I hate the whole people of color. Like, I hate that word. But I know what we mean by that. But it's just, I gotta
don't,
find
you know
a word
what?
for
Don't
it.
take offended to it. That's it. That's all. People need to just. It is what it is.
Yeah, but forget that. Forget about the things that I don't like right now. Forget about it. Let's talk about the happy things. Women doing things.
Yeah.
Hey, I do things. Hey, it's fun. They do things. They rock. So the fact that you were able to have we Haverhill, for years, Boston, Massachusetts, the whole always get these reputation, especially with racism, that they don't do enough, and it's just brutal. So, do you feel that now that you have women like yourself and the other ladies that you mentioned, kicking the door, in Haverhill, do you feel as though now that it's great that we have this sort of representation to represent Black and brown community, especially with women.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of representation. Families that see us in the seats, they're excited. They're excited for these changes coming in, and they're just hoping for the best. Especially the Latinos in Haverhill. There's a lot of they need help. So we're gonna try our best to help them. To get them to where they need to get.
Okay, I'll speak from personal experience. I went to school in Lawrence, and when it came to parents, and their kids, some were active, some were not. The reason when some were not active is because either they didn't care or because they were just working these crazy shifts and they had to put food on the table, so they couldn't really be there as much as they want to for the kids, either curriculum or just check their grades or PTA meeting. How important is it to get now the parents more involved into the kids' curriculum and see how they're doing with school?
It's very, very, very important. I understand, life is tough right now for all of us.
Yeah.
For all of us. But we have to take that time for our kids and get involved. It's important. It's also get involved, speak to the teachers, know where your kid is at, and help the best that they can. So also the city of Haverhill has some programs as well that help with that, with after school program for kids, to get the extra help and to understand and so forth. So
what are the programs they have in Haverhill, if you care to speak about it, if you know?
I know there's the YMCA is going to be doing a program, or they're doing a program where they, especially I just heard over for school vacation, they're going to have it open for tutoring.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Like half of the day is going to be tutoring and the other half is going to be fun stuff.
Yeah.
And that's actually really, really good for parents who are working and can't, and it's free. It's also free.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's great. I love to hear that. So the school, school vacations, they're going to be doing that more often.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad. That's dope.
It is dope.
That's dope. Being a teacher is rough, and doing anything involving kids is just rough, period. Whether you're a coach, whether you're a teacher, even with a school committee. One of the things that I know that teachers get stuff for is them not doing enough, not being as active as they shouldn't, because how can I put it? Some of these teachers don't care. All they care is about give this kid this grade, we can get him out of my class. How important now this time around to get teachers more active and involved with the kids? Because being a teacher is rough, because I got friends of mine in that field, and it's rough, but they do got a passion because they do love the kids. But it's a lot of trials and tribulation they go through. Either they don't do it, they get the reputation they don't do enough, or unfortunately, you're dealing with some rough kids because they either got a rough upbringing or they just don't care. So it's like, what can you do to bridge the gap to make sure teachers do their part for the kids?
Hopefully I can talk to some teachers. It's basically, us teachers trying to understand these students. Every student is going through something at home. And just being there for them in a different way. Instead of, education. Education is important, but we also have to, be there for these kids because we don't know what they're going through. And just trying to, even give them a few minutes to chit-chat matters.
And the reason why I asked it, because you said earlier on you were a substitute teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to get into the details, but what was that experience being a substitute teacher and dealing with those kids? Because I know you don't have to get into details, but you have to deal with different dynamics of kids, especially dealing with kids that are in different class.
So when I
Up,
was
down,
yep, the behaviors, the emotions. So when I was a substitute teacher, I was working with special needs, so that was different. Years before that, I did daycare. I was in a daycare, and again, that's it's tough. It was tough because every children come from a different background. So it's really hard. It was really hard, but it was fun. And just getting to know the students. If you just take the time and get to know them, you can help them out.
Mm.
Yeah.
So no high school kids.
There were high school special needs.
Oh, high school. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were dealing with like the regular, bad kids that, you don't tell me what to do because you're not my mom kids.
Yeah.
All right. Bad. No doubt, man. This your boy, Cuban Mike. You listen to 102.9 Tape Deck. I got the homie Erica Diaz in the building. And, we talking that good school game talk. And we're going to come back in a few years with more PSA talk. And we're going to be talking because, you can't play music. Or the cool kids of the FCC said, nah, shut it down.
Oh, man.
Shut it down.
You can play ABC.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to stop. Like I said, the Bengals. We're trying to see the Bengals
okay, the
playlist.
Bengals. There you go.
All right, yo. We'll be back, yo. Bear with me.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
이거는 내 버스턴 억양이에요.
You hear that? This is my Boston accent.
This is my Boston accent.
That is.
Shh. This is my Boston accent.
This is our Boston accent. Hear it for yourself, discover your own. This is Boston, and we are all inclusive.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Okay, on the next break. All right, man. Look, this is your boy, Cuban Mike. I'm bugging out here, my homie Erica behind the scenes, being a couple of goofballs.
Yep.
102.9 Tape Deck, and when I play music, because they won't let me play music.
I'm about to sing Selena.
That's funny. We're gonna get to Selena in a second, yo. Because we had a conversation about Selena like last month, and now that you're here, you be half Chicana or Cholo. What do you guys call each other there? Essays, text case,
it's whatever. There's so many. There's so many. I don't know.
Yeah. I call each other other things out there. So we're gonna put it down.
We say híjole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that thing we heard a couple of days ago with the comedian, how y'all talk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Real slow.
Real slow.
Remember Speedy Gonzalez?
Yes.
Remember his cousin Slopo Rodriguez?
The little gray one?
No, it was his cousin. He was like a little skinny kid. He like little skinny mouse. He act like he was drunk, but he really wasn't. He was just really, really slow.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe they played that.
What was that?
I can't believe they put that cartoon on the TV. A drunken mouse?
He wasn't drunk. No, he wasn't drunk. He was just real slow. He probably was high, but he was.
He might was drunk. Mexicans do get drunk.
Yeah, but he was just a funny character. That was every time I saw him, I always laughed. That was my guy. They should have a spinoff.
Oh God.
They should have a spinoff. But yeah, man. One of the things that I wanted to ask you, you being with the school committee, one of the things we were talking before we got on air is one of the jobs that you guys have to do with, or yourself, is the budget.
Yeah.
So what is the thing with the budget you guys have to do? What is the budget thing?
It's can't speak much about it.
Okay.
But it's just budgeting stuff.
Yeah.
Everything. You know?
That involves for the whole city, correct? Not just the school.
No, it's just for the school. What we do is just for the schools.
Okay.
And, yeah.
All right. Bad. What is one of the difference you've seen right now from like the school, joining in, because you just got sworn in a couple of weeks ago, correct?
Yeah.
But from what your lens, what are the things that you've seen from the difference between the school education and just the things that work in the system from now to where it was when we were young back in our cool old days in the early 2000s?
Well, the schools are totally different from years ago.
Yeah.
There's so many programs that these teachers are teaching our kids. So many out there. So I'm also learning myself.
What are the programs that they're doing out there?
Like one of them is like a reading program called Wit and Wisdom. They start in the elementary school for the ages, certain ages, not all. So we got that. We got Eureka that's out there. We got I Read, and other ones out there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bad. One of the things that well, no, here's the okay. Another question I want to ask you: do you guys collab with other school committees from other cities, like Lawrence, Methuen, like people around your area, to see if you guys could collab and do other things, or y'all just stick to like your own?
So, I'm not sure about that, but that's in my plan.
Okay.
I do plan on collaborating with other, members from school committees in other cities. Because I would also like to see what they're doing in their cities, and maybe that can help in ours, just sharing information. We should help each other out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being the fact that you're the first Latina to be in this position, do you feel any not racism, but any pressure because you're the first person to do that, first woman of color, and with us, when we get hit with a position, they expect our stance to be like up here to the roof. So, at the moment, do you feel like there's any pressure that I got to do this right, and I got to make my people look good, and I got to make sure that I got everything on point?
Yeah. No, right now I don't feel any of that pressure.
Okay.
Right, I don't feel it like that right now. Again, it's really up to me if I want to take that pressure on or not.
Yeah.
But right now I'm not feeling any of that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no pressure at all.
No pressure at all.
Good for you.
Right now.
No thing to have good pressure.
As of right now.
And if you have any pressure, you call your team. Make sure they put that pressure
down. Oh yeah, they know. They're on speed dial, so they know.
That's what's up. Okay, now I want to talk about some fun things.
Okay, what fun things?
Selena.
Dime. No, you don't wait. You don't say that. Bitty bitty bum bum. See, that's where the Puerto Rican comes in.
Bet. Okay, we had this conversation, and I gotta say rest in peace to my boy Lou, because when he was alive, we had this conversation in our old podcast that she wasn't really as great as people. Yeah, she was not as great as people made it out to be. And when I mean she wasn't great, like when she was alive, now where we lived at, they were not playing her the way they're playing her right now.
Yeah.
And you could confirm or deny this, but when she was alive, she was not as held on a bigger pedestal the way that she was. When she died, it was like she was up there next to Madonna, and next there, like, Janet, and she was like up there, like top tier. Now, the case that I had, I was going at it with my friends, and they were saying, yes, she was. I'm like, I know I'm not going crazy because they weren't playing her like that. And then I remember, like, when she passed away, yeah, I can't even talk anymore. When she passed away, the following week, I seen all the girls with these Selena shirts. Like, she was like her favorite or whatever the case. They jumped the bandwagon.
Yeah.
So we were all going back and forth. And the one thing I would admit, maybe she wasn't, in my head, she wasn't really popping like that up north and the east. But I know in Texas and California, like where that half side of yours,
yeah,
she had that on lock.
She did.
She did have that on lock. They got the accolades to prove that. Like, she was that girl.
She wasn't given enough time.
She wasn't given enough time.
That's what it is.
But she was popping. She was popping.
Yeah.
She was popping out west.
If she hasn't come up here to perform.
Yeah.
That's why.
I won't dispute that. And I'm not saying they didn't play her music out here like in the music videos. I know they used to play her music a lot in Univision.
Yeah.
Because that's basically Univision, as much as they claim it's a Latin show, it's really just a Mexican show, especially in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Caribbeans were not getting no play. The Caribbean folks were not getting no play out there unless you were Celia Cruz. That's it. Yeah, we were not getting no love out there.
Nope.
But from your perspective, you lived out in Brooklyn, so I don't know, was she getting played like that in Brooklyn?
She was.
In Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn. Again, I should go back and say this. I think I am more Mexican than Puerto Rican. Again, I grew up.
You don't say, Holmes. You don't say.
So it's like my family, my mom played her, I played her. I have her old albums before she blew up. like Selena and Lodinos. Like I've always been a fan because I've always listened to her.
Now, see, you said did your Puerto Rican people in Brooklyn, did your Dominican, did your Panamanian crew out in Brooklyn play them the way they play yours?
My mom did.
I ain't saying your mom because she's Mexican. I'm saying about your crew.
My cousins when we were younger, yes.
Non-family members, darn it.
Non-family members. No.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying.
That's it. Yeah, they weren't playing her.
They weren't playing her.
No.
That's what it was. That's all I mean. But you know what? Over the years, because I've done my research and I've, did what I have to do, to not have no Selena standard, because I actually had this conversation in my podcast and I caught a couple of hate mail. I caught some flack.
God.
I got like 5 of them, but 5 means that I made it in my mind. But, I was hearing this podcast and they was talking about like all her accolades and all the records that she sold, all the plays that she sold out. And I was like, okay, maybe if she would have lived longer, I think she would have been up there.
I think
she
so.
would have been up there.
Yeah.
So I'm calming down on the Selena slander because I don't want to get nobody on your half side coming after me.
No. I feel like she would have changed cumbia.
I think,
a little bit.
Not even cumbia. I think the whole American phenomenon thing she would have had it unlocked.
Yeah.
A whole thing unlocked out there.
Well, from her story, she's always wanted to sing English music. So
her
Spanish wasn't that great. It's like mine.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's the rocket. Now, here's the trick question, because now you're the perfect person to ask, since you're half Puerto Rican and half Mexican. If Selena would have been alive, would there have been a Jennifer Lopez?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. That's no.
No. So basically, if that movie never came out,
it's that movie that made her.
Yeah. So if that would have.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So basically, she would have been a dancer.
A dancer and an actress. She does very well acting.
Okay.
So,
no, she's phenomenal
compared to singing.
Phenomenal. I like her as a dancer.
Oh, okay.
I like her. I'll take her dancing.
Not her saying anything at all. That's it.
Yeah, no. Okay, you know what? Okay. You know what? No woman slander right here, because you know what? We got a school committee, first Latina female. You got a whole bunch of women out there in here doing things. Women, yay, they do things.
Yay, us women, woman power.
Yeah, they do a whole bunch of things, man. Man, check this out. It's your boy, Keep It Bike. You listen to 102.9 Tape Deck. And we're going to do more PSA stuff out here because the FCC won't let me do things. Those damn record labels won't let me do things.
Oh, God.
I got to, you know what I mean? I got to get written permission from all these artists. So because I'm not connected to none of these artists, I can't do anything. But we know what I got here? I got some fly PSA commercials for y'all. So just bear with me and stay tuned for these positive messages. We'll be back, y'all. Bear with me.
Estos son los sonidos de una cena. Una cena que casi no sucedió. Es una cena servida gracias a personas como tú. Debido a la crisis actual, 50 millones de personas pueden vivir con hambre este año. Feeding America está ayudando a los que más lo necesitan. Y si quieres, tú puedes ayudar también. Visita feedingamerica.org/en-español. Patrocinado por el Ad Council y Feeding America, la fuerza de 200 bancos de alimentos.
You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
Sometimes kids play with pretend guns. It's up to us to make sure they don't play with real ones. Keep yours stored locked and unloaded. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
And we are back. This your boy, Keep It Mike. You listen to 102.9 Tape Deck. I got the homie Erica Diaz in the building.
Hey.
first Latina school committee for Haverhill, Massachusetts. Hey. And we're still doing things. We gonna
That's still, I'm still trying to get that all in.
Yeah. So, okay. There was one thing I wanted to ask you because I know you were involved with the WAP, but this, okay. What is the thing you do with the basketballs?
Oh, so right now I'm just volunteering with a
We'll talk about
program.
the volunteering stuff you do, gosh darn it.
Okay, well, right now I'm working.
Gotta get all your accolades out the way, girl.
Yes.
You do things out here.
I know. I'm trying to do things.
You help out kids in need.
Listen, everything's a slow progress.
Yeah,
you
I know.
I don't want to rush anything.
All right, take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time.
So I'm gonna be working with Hoops to Handles, which is a nice, it's an amazing basketball program, and right down Lafayette Square of Haverhill, right there in the middle, the heart of Haverhill. Really amazing. Coach E, he's amazing. He's a great coach for the kids. A lot of kids go there to learn basketball skills and drills and to better themselves in basketball.
Dope. Okay, I want to have this conversation with you because we had this conversation a couple of days ago and just all the things that, that the school has taken away, and I was hoping you being in the school committee could probably bring them back. One of the things that I was hoping that it could bring back was things such as home economics, because I think kids are really, really missing home economics right now.
Yep.
Their thing is Uber Eats, and I don't want to cook because I got Uber Eats. I mean, these kids are being real special because they could get like a pizza right across the street, but like, you know what? I don't take those 20 steps. I just make them.
Yep.
I just pay $10 to get some guy to get my food and bring it towards me. Because I could really cross the street, but I don't feel like walking because I want to be on my phone.
Yeah.
So, is there any particular things you want to bring back?
Definitely home economics. Definitely. Cursive.
Yes, we talked about
cursive.
That. Yeah.
I feel like learning how to sign your name is important because I work in the medical field now. So when we ask patients, young adults under 30 and under, they don't know how to sign their name. And I'm like, wow, I need your signature. And they're like, what is that? So, yeah, if we can just bring cursive back.
Do you feel as though, with schools like that, they took in so many traditional things, just basic things off the table, that kids right now, they're in need just to have the basics, and I think we just need to have that back again. So with that being said, I wanted to ask you, do you feel as though we need to bring old traditional things back? Just the basics, just to
just the basics.
Yeah.
Life skill stuff.
Yes.
So basic life skill stuff. But I also understand why they took it away because of MCAS. That's to me, it's
What's the deal with MCAS? Because
MCAS, you need to be required. You need to pass the MCAS to graduate high school. So it's yes. So that's why some of these stuff are taken away because now it's like, MCAS, we got to read, math, and this and that. So it's like, man, what about life skills?
So because they are so invested in this test that they just be like, all right, we're going to because I'm not familiar with MCAS because I'm like so far detached from that department. But I do remember my brother taking it, and when he went to school, it was required for him to pass to graduate.
Yeah.
So they're really investing on that thing. But it's like, why? Like, why are they so invested to
They wanted to, I remember hearing years ago, it's more about knowing what the schools are doing academically for the students.
So
That's
it's more
what
of a
it
school
is.
thing. The students doing their job. Really?
It's more like, what
are
the teachers really teaching the students what needs to be taught? Yeah. Yep. No. Yeah. No, it is. It's...
I blame Ronnie because I know it was him that started the shenanigans.
Yeah, because it's what? I remember my brother, he's 2 years younger than me. I think this started, 2000? He graduated 2003, and I remember him struggling to pass the MCAS to graduate high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yep.
So we could have a terrible teacher for 8 months, and then on that 9th month comes in and be like, all right, kids, here's all the things that I think I taught you.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. So, and it's sad because I feel like when you become a teacher, you have so many ideas to teach students. And I feel like some of that, it's been taken away from teachers.
Okay.
They're just, like, here, use this program and teach this. And that's it.
And is Ivy, because I know a friend of mine that went to something like this. Like, she took the MCAS and failed it, but she had great grades in school, whatever. And I guess the diploma that she got wasn't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So she got caught up in that limbo because I was like the first year they were trying this thing out. So I'm not a big proponent of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. The way they told me it is laid down. I'm hoping. I mean, I know that's not up to you because you're paying a part of it. I'm hoping they take that out.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they take that out.
That's a state thing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, you know what, keep the MCAS, but take out the requirement.
Take out the requirement.
Take out the requirement. Because you remember doing MCAS when you were in school?
I don't remember if I passed it. It wasn't even
it was like a fun, I'm going to be honest, it was like a fun period for us. It was a fun day. Like, we really didn't pay attention.
No.
We just circled whatever it was.
Yeah. Abracadabra, baby.
Yeah.
Abracadabra.
No, it's, listen, most of my friends at our age did that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a requirement back then.
Yeah. It was, and I get it. If you want to take that serious, but don't put that much pressure on it because there's other things around it. Like, you mean to tell me I went to school for 9 months?
Yeah.
And none of that matters because I took the stupid test?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It really is.
So, you learn something new every day.
Yes, you do. And I'm still learning every day.
So, you being in the school committee and you taking this task right now, what is your main goal? What are you aiming to accomplish out of this?
I'm aiming to bring my ideas and help out the teachers, help out the parents. Bridge that gap. The communication. We need to communicate and work together for the students. It's not for the parents. It's not for the teachers. It's for the students. And that's what I really want to help with.
I mean, yes, it's about the students. And to piggyback off of this, you know what's funny? Every time I say the word piggyback and I catch myself on video saying piggyback, it's like I'm saying piggyback.
I've heard that before. You say that.
Yeah. I'm just a mess. I'm just a mess. Whatever.
I like piggy banks.
Yeah, piggy banks. I'm just a mess. Anyways, to piggyback off of that, I think it's one of those things that is not just with the kids, but I think the community needs to get involved
as well.
Just with the teachers need to get involved. The parents. I keep stressing the parents. I know it's not easy. You're a parent yourself.
Yep.
It's not easy being a parent. There's a lot going on. But we have to take some time for
We
our kids.
have to. It's important.
You got to check what these kids are doing. You got to check.
Yes.
Even with now, and you don't have to press on this topic because I'll do it right now. They got all these stuff they're doing with these kids, with the books they got, whether they're banning them or not banning them, the things that the school want to teach them and not teach them. Like, we're all over the place. But the one thing I don't see enough is like the parents adding their 2 cents. It's more like the government adding their 2 cents. And then these these pundits that are on TV saying what the kids should do and not do. And I don't see much of the parents. So, yes, parents, please get involved in your kids' curriculum programs. Get them involved in schools. Take the phone away from them. Let them go outside. Let them breathe. Let them know it's more than just looking at a 4-inch screen TV and look at YouTube stuff and TikTok stuff all the time. So, yes, I'm happy, and I'm so happy that you got your spot. Well deserved. I've known you on a personal level, and I know you're gonna kick butt, and you're definitely gonna do your thing.
Thank you.
Yes. It's your boy, Cuban Mike. It's the 102.9 tape deck. We're gonna hit up with another PSA, and we're gonna have some last words with the homie Erica. And y'all stay tuned. Y'all, we'll be back.
People won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
It's time for today's STEM tip. Okay, recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the Ad
If you
Council.
are struggling to afford internet service for your household, there's a new government program that may be able to help. It's called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and it provides up to a $30 monthly discount to qualifying households. Find more information about the program, including if you qualify and how to enroll at fcc.gov/ACP or call toll-free at 877-384-2575. That's 877-384-2575.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
이거는 내 버스턴 억양이에요.
You hear that? This is my Boston accent.
This is my Boston accent.
Yeah, it is.
Shh. This is my Boston accent.
This is our Boston accent. Hear it for yourself, discover your own. This is Boston, and we are all inclusive.
Estos son los sonidos de una cena que casi no sucedió. Es una cena servida gracias a personas como tú. Debido a la crisis actual, 50 millones de personas pueden vivir con hambre este año. Feeding America está ayudando a los que más lo necesitan. Y si quieres, tú puedes ayudar también. Visita feedingamerica.org/en-español. Patrocinado por el Ad Council y Feeding America, la fuerza de 200 bancos de alimentos.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Yay, and we are back. This is your boy, Keep It Mikey. Listen, 102.9 Tape Deck. I got my friend Erica Diaz in the building.
Hey.
First lady to become what?
School committee.
Yay! Women are doing things. Yay. That's fun. And shout out to the...
Who run the world?
Men. We're not going to start right now. We're not doing this right now. See? Give y'all an inch. You want to take a foot right now. Let's look at that. Party pooper. But since we're here one more time, we got Erica. Who are the other ladies that became, the women doing things in Halo?
Yanni Collins.
Yay!
And Cat House.
Yay! One more time. They're out there doing things.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're about to wrap this up right now. We had a great time. Sorry again, we couldn't play music because FCC won't let me do things. Maybe next time. Next time. But any final words, Erica?
I just want to say thank you to the people in Haverhill for voting me in and trusting me. And I would try my best. Thank you for voting for me.
Thank you. And, and again, like I said earlier on, I know you on a personal level. I know you got a good heart. Your heart's in the right place. And I know when you took this position, you went out to try to make a change for the community. And I know that you are going to kick butt. You're going to put it down. And I know you're going to make us all proud.
Thank you so much.
and like I told you the last time, I didn't tell you this on the radio, but I told you last time we have a conversation, don't get into no scandal. I don't want to see you in the national. I don't want to see you in Fox 25 News. I don't want to see you. I don't want to report on BNN. Tape Deck saying you did some scandals out here.
Oh my God. No, I keep to myself. I come honest, I'm real and raw. So there ain't no sugarcoating nothing. I don't like sugar.
Bad. You can't eat sugar.
I can't eat sugar.
You can't eat sugar. That's for another conversation. But yeah, man. This your boy, Keep It Mike. You put us on the 102.8 Tape Deck. You could catch me every Friday from 6 to 7. And if I'm not here listening to music or bringing dope people on the show, trying to change the community, I'm somewhere watching some funny show on Netflix or Philo's.
Oh, okay.
I don't even like to say anymore. You know what? I'm so restricted here.
You're so restricted.
I'm so restricted. I'm not where I want to be in at life.
Oh, God. You'll get there.
I'll get there. I'm just such a failure.
Oh, my God.
Don't
do that. Don't say that to yourself.
I was listening to Cypher Sound in the podcast. Like, no one's going to care about me until I die. So,
oh, my God.
But, Michael's a great guy.
Listen, we got to start this podcast.
Whatever. I'm just not where I want to be. Look, I'm not where I want to be in life. You can catch me Friday, 6 to 7. Erica, congratulations. You're doing women's stuff. Blah, 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 blah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, whatever. Look, I'll catch y'all next time. Read a book or something, all right? Peace. I'm out.
Bye.